Shelby, pop out of the way. Look at this. This is what they're throwing.
We've got
the
pair of the golden gloves.
That's pretty awesome.
Just what I needed. Natalie, take it away while I finish them
Sally
off.
loved that.
Right, I have to say I'm a little bit jealous. You guys have gotten a lot of good throws. I did get this ring from the Golden Dragon float.
That's awesome.
Light up, pretty cool. All right, well, we're here with Barry Kern right now, and talk to me about some of these new floats that we're seeing tonight, especially the Kong family.
Well, the Kong family has been a crowd favorite forever, and there's a lot of history behind it, but literally the new Kongs with the animation and everything that we've got is just, they're so exciting. And I think that they made a great debut on the streets tonight. Everybody really seemed to enjoy them.
I couldn't agree more. And what kind of work goes into creating a massive float like that?
Well, you know, so these pieces are not totally different from the way that we built things in the past in terms of we sculpt them, we build the giant Kongs, but these are audio animatronics. So literally they've got computers inside of them that basically allow them to be the head to move, the eyes light up, everything is able to basically come to life. And you know, it's set to do that every couple of minutes and kind of wake up and roar.
It's very impressive, and I have to ask, considering the forecast for this weekend, we did get a forecast for quite a bit of rain. Fortunately tonight dodged some of that, but can these floats get wet?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah, the floats are designed that they can be, so it's really, you know, not a problem whatsoever.
Now another big new float that we saw tonight, the Bacchaneer.
Oh, the Baccaneer.
So beautiful.
I mean, that's another favorite. I mean, the pirate ship, I mean, this thing is 4 sections long. The very first section is a giant animated LED sail on the front. And then the next section is it's got working cannons and LED lights and explosions are happening. And it's just a lot of fun. And you know, they're throwing great throws,
right?
Swords and all kind of things that the kids love.
How much have these floats evolved over the years?
You know, it's interesting. The big thing that's changed in my lifetime watching is the floats have gotten, and I've been here since as a kid I can remember the beginning, and Bacchus changed Mardi Gras from the perspective of it built much bigger floats. And we thought that because back in 50 years ago, the floats had 10, maybe 12, 14 people on them. Then we built them 20 to 30 people. It was what my dad did. And now we've got floats that literally carry hundreds of men.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some tonight, 115 guys on board and, 3 or 4 sections.
Yeah, and so we've now built it in a way that we're able to articulate the wheels underneath the floats that allows them to turn and follow each other perfectly. And so it really has changed the way that the parades look, as well as the lighting, the animatronics, all these new things that have evolved over the years, and obviously technology is a big part of it.
Well, because this is a big space here in the convention center, but to get a float that's long to do a tight turn is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and in fact, I don't know about the thing. I really think that these floats are as big as anything that I've seen anywhere.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, you know what? I mean, the Kongs, I really did care. I mean, the Kongs are, you know what? I like a lot of them because, you got the Baccasaurus, which is a lot of fun. The Kongs are wonderful. You got the Bacca-Gator, the Bacca-Wappa, but I think the Kongs, just because I like the animation in them.
We got the Bacca-Wappa throw right here.
Exactly.
A good one. Well, and, this is second generation for you. Talk to us about your dad's legacy.
Yeah, well my father, actually my grandfather, Roy Kern, he didn't start the company, but my grandfather was an artist who built the float on the back of a garbage wagon in 1932. My dad was a little boy working there with him and can remember doing that. And, of course, my dad has an incredible imagination, and he came into the business as a young man, 19, right after World War II. And he really did things that really changed the way that the floats looked. He did it in the crew of Ala first. Then he was hired by the captain of Rex, a guy named Darwin Finner, who was a great mentor to him, and brought him, sent him to Europe to go study with the Carista in Viareggio, Italy, the greatest float builders in the world, the Fieros in Valencia, Spain, and all these different things. And so there's a lot of different things that went into what he created. But Mardi Gras, really, it's changed a lot since then, and now it's changed really the last 20 or 30 years. It's really amazing what's been happening.
Can you imagine doing anything else?
You know what? And we do parades all over the world, but there's nothing like a Mardi Gras parade because our parade's participatory. You become part of it. It's a culture that we have here in this city that's so wonderful. It's totally different than anywhere else in the world.
Well, we're going to get another up-close look at some of those beautiful floats down there and toss it down to Doug Mouton. Doug?
Yeah, hey, Natalie, what's special about this, we talked about this a lot, the families involved, but also when the riders are finished their ride, they get off their floats and enjoy the rest of the parade with the crowd. Lee Giorgio made his first ride in Bacchus in 1981, has seen a bunch. Talk about the ride tonight. What was it like for you?
It was the perfect 50th anniversary.
How so?
The weather was threatening like always, but it came off with no hitch. A little drizzle at 1 or 2 spots, but overall, the crowds were 20 deep. The crowd was excited. The riders were excited, and it couldn't have been done better.
We talked about this before, but the change in what you guys throw is enormous. What did you throw in the 80s, and when did it go all light up?
The whole thing's been kind of an evolution from small beads to bigger beads, to beads with electronic and lights, and then back in the day, T-shirts and that kind of thing was a novelty. So every year you're always looking for something else that's the new hot thing.
And that's what everyone's yelling for?
For the most part, yeah. They want the specialty items, you know?
If you walk around this convention center now, we're starting to see where hundreds of riders have finished, and most of them are sitting back in a chair, enjoying a beverage, and not doing a lot. For people who have never ridden, how exhausting is the ride through New Orleans?
You don't realize it till the next day, because you have libations that kind of keep you going. You dance a little bit, you wake up tomorrow and you start all over again. Typically, all of us, some of us went to Endymion last night, go to other parades, families in other organizations. My daughter's riding Nick's. My better half rides in Muses, so it's a whole week. It's a family thing that we do down here, and it's just part of the culture.
Yeah, and Lee rode on the hospitality float, one of the early floats. He's in the hospitality industry,
Right.
which is the history of Bacchus. How was that float? You were with Emerald, right?
Emerald was there tonight. Yeah, it's like 3 sections of the float. A lot of people, a lot of chefs, a lot of hotel people, restaurant people. I mean, just a great group of guys, and they go all out to always try to get the next bigger and better thing to throw and make the event more successful.
Lee, thank you for giving us a little
Thank
perspective
you.
from
Good.
a rider. Let's send it back up to Eric.